In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to Kryptonite Show. Your host Superman in the house. Man, have we got a lineup today? Of course, we're going to be talking about a PulseChain, Richard Hart. Of course, it's going to be pretty exciting, and the bull run ahead, as well as the golden age of America. We're going to talk about all the awesome things that are happening to make that all possible, and of course, a few of the hurdles still to be pushed down. But it's going to be pretty exciting. We're also going to have our first X Spaces for the Kryptonite Show. That's coming up in about 75 minutes or so. So about half an hour after the show finishes, we're going to be going for a slightly shorter show today, about 45 minutes. We'll be about 12:30 my time. And then we've got the X Spaces on. The first one, the PulseChains DeFi Rising Stars X Space. That's coming up at 1 o'clock. We've got 5 really incredible teams lined up. All very different from each other, which is the cool thing. And you're going to hear different tokenomics and different cool things happening in their space for those teams. So we're going to talk more about that a bit later. We've got Raymond in the house there, the golden age of America. Have you gone mad, says Ramona? You're clearly not looking at the actually what's happening, Ramona. I would strongly suggest you stop looking at the mainstream media, because at the moment, the Trump has led a building all across America. You've got all the AI plants being built. You've got all the energy plants being built now. These were not being built before Trump got in, and they are massive. These are massive. We're talking about trillions of dollars. So it's going to be up to $14 trillion already, Raymond, and the golden age of America is coming. Already we're seeing deflation in the economy. So we've got very low inflation. We've got good job support. We've got the first signs of wages rising. Everything is starting to head up into the golden age of America, and construction is on the big move and big amount of jobs happening in mid-America. So, yeah, you need to keep up to date with some of the news that's going on. There's lots more in store for that. Right, let's get in here, folks, and let's have a good time. It's going to be pretty exciting to see where this goes to. Obviously, we're going to talk about all the bullish things that are coming up. We've got Hexavator in house there. Hey. Good to see Hexavator. Hope you're doing well. Now, speaking of construction, Hexavator is deeply involved with that and building out the infrastructure in America. So big shout out there, Hexavator. He's not having any shortage of work over there, I'm sure. It's going to be pretty exciting. Now, let's get into it. Let's get into where we're going. We're going to the Kryptonite show page, so we'll get up to that. Let's check that out. Now, obviously, we've got the show on today at the moment, so let's refresh and get the latest for that. And then we're going to get into the rest of the show. So let's do that one step at a time. And let's copy and post that, and let's put that in. So share the show if you can. Share show on X, and it's going to be pretty cool. Let me just post that up. Bam. All right, that is it. So yeah, they're building a massive Starship server room. Basically, it's going to be pretty exciting. America is on the move, and you will see over the next few years, it's going to be absolutely unbelievable. Once all these new heavyweight industries are built in the United States. Nuclear is coming as well. Micro-nuclear as well is coming. And these are going to be situated probably next to some of these big AI stores. They're going to be in the United States. The United States catching up very quickly to China, which was leading the way on a lot of stuff, including a revamp in all the ship manufacturing. We're going to see massive boom in ship making in the United States to catch up to the tonnage that China has. So it's going to be a very, very big deal there. Man, lots of cool things happen. If you're watching the mainstream media, you will stay ignorant. Just remember that. If you watch the mainstream media, you will stay ignorant. And if you do your research, you will see what is happening and is only just the beginning. It's going to be pretty outstanding what is being built. You've got to actually look around and see what's actually being done. So it's pretty exciting stuff coming up for the US of A. All right, so we've got a bit of administration at the moment. Obviously, we've got the first X Space coming up. You guys can, half an hour after this show finishes, the Kryptonite Show will be hosting its first X Space, showcasing PulseChain's rising DeFi stars. And we've got some pretty cool teams together. We're going to have Crypto Paradise. That's going to be covering meme utility. and obviously Crypto Paradise, pretty big team coming to PulseChain, about 135,000 followers, so pretty significant team there, and doing some pretty cool partnerships already with Top Hat, with I think PGC, with recently with Emmett Farms. So really, really exciting there. In fact, I think there's a big airdrop going to Emmett Farm that just got announced earlier from Kairos in partnership with Crypto Paradise, Nick Hellman and Amaru and the rest of the team. So pretty exciting. We got Nakamoto 414, of course, Cabal King out there, always innovating, and he's got his awesome ecosystem out there doing some pretty cool things. That's with Ultra DeFi. We're going to have Heartwood Dog, of course, the viral PulseChain anime story. Looking forward to that, and they're doing just incredible. That is going to be, I think, a big part of the heart of PulseChain over the next couple of years in the bull market, because they're going to do over 100 episodes. And yeah, it's going to be pretty exciting. Crypto Coffee, of course, a new character. We just found out yesterday that my character, Superman, has been pulled into the story for chapter 13. Now, there's 10 chapters out, just to give you an idea, chapter 13. So we're going to see where that all heads. And of course, he got chained up straight away. So we'll find out what's going on there. Mitchie, of course, our Richard Hart's dog is going to be there as too. So we're going to hear from the team there. Pretty exciting about that. And also Nuke the Supply, probably be up first, actually. Nuke Supply probably lead the X Spaces. And they're going to be talking about their nuclear GameFi. And it's pretty innovative, pretty different on PulseChain. You guys will see, especially if you visit the website, they're doing some pretty cool things there around that. So all based on nuclear rockets and ICBMs and things like that. It's pretty neat. So we're going to hear all from those 5 teams coming up in only, maybe just over an hour now, just over an hour away for that first X Spaces. Pretty excited about that. Now, I will be hosting it along with our promotional lead, Crypto MVS, as many of you know. Obviously, editor-in-chief of the Monster Thread, and has been doing a pretty amazing job with that. And that's going up. The viewership of that's going up every week. It is very exciting. The Monster Thread covering all the best stories of the last week on PulseChain. Now, we've got more coming from the Crypto Night Show, of course, but this next X Spaces is the next big thing. And we'll be doing that every 2 weeks. So if you're a team out there, you want to get booked in, either hit me up or MVS and just get your booking. Just say, hey, I want to book in for a spot on this, and there it's done. It's done. So pretty cool. Get on that one. All right, so that's pretty much it, I think, coming up there soon. So not bad at all. Now let's jump over to the rest of it. We're going to get into the stock market. Let's go over there and check out how that's been going over the day. Let's see who else is in the house there. Like and share, definitely like and share, that's for sure. Blockhead said the Monster Thread is epic, says Blockhead Dave. That's awesome. And big shout out to MVS Crypto there, editor-in-chief, as I say, editor-in-chief. All right, so there we go. We got stock market today. S&P 500 ends flat as weaker labor market data stokes economic jitters. So yeah, we've had a pretty good week this week with the stock market, really. But this flat, the last day, I say. This is Wednesday's results for the US stock market, and we got the Dow Jones down 0.2%, 92 points to 42,427. We got the S&P 500 is flat today at 5,970, and the Nasdaq there is actually up a 30%. So all the tech companies there up, and that's what I talk about. That's what you're going to keep looking at for the golden age of America is the stock market, because all the tech companies are benefiting, right? All the AI companies, there are at least 4 or 5 major AI companies building massive compute warehouses, we might say. One of them, of course, is Starship. And yeah, they're going to be pretty massive. So 8 big buildings for Starship, full of computer process, all AI chips, right? It's going to be pretty advanced chips. And of course, they're going to be getting that compute power, because it's going to feed the demand for AI, not just from a corporate point of view, but also for the mum and dad out there who want some compute power. Apparently, there's big demand. So there we go. I'm not surprised there, the AI agents and everything else that you can do these days. We've got S&P 500. Let's see, the dollar there is at 98.76. So we're seeing a depreciation in the US dollar versus trading partners. They obviously will have ramifications. And that means exports are more competitive, but it means that purchasing power is going down slightly. And remember, the US is the big consumer of the world. West Texas at $62.62 at the moment, down 0.4%. Brent oil at $64.27, down 1%. Now, that's pretty bullish, right? Because, I mean, it's cheaper inputs into the US economy. That's already deflation, right? So there we go. There's the numbers. So the golden age of America has been starting ever since Trump got into power, really, in some ways. But he's got to lay the foundation. And as you guys know, the foundation needs to be laid by the 4th of July. That includes all these trade deals, and we want some of the big ones coming. He's already put down a deadline for that, and we shall see where we get some big deals coming out. We know that there's at least 3 big deals that have been signed or that have been ready for his signing, and so we're looking forward to those. But the top 15 is the ones that will probably move markets, and then there's probably 115 or so lined up, all ready for deals as Trump reorders the World Trade Order, and also deals, with the 1.2 trillion trade deficit. But probably more important to that is that he realigns trade and also diversifies trade to some degree. And more importantly, even than that, is bringing back essential strategic industries back to the United States, so that the United States is not vulnerable, because China has certain ambitions. And if they ever decide to trigger those ambitions, obviously they've got a giant military. They've been building that military explicitly for expansion. And some people may think it's just Taiwan, but if they go to Taiwan, they know that they're probably going to have to go further afield. And we're seeing threats against Australia, places like that. So you got to be very careful there. Now, we got what else there? We got gold at the moment, $3,400. That is pretty flat today. And silver at $34.65 as well is also flat at the moment. So that's kind of where we are at the moment on this one. We got DGN Hexkin says 5555. I love that. Crypto Ethos says we're here for such a time as this. I believe, says Crypto Ethos. Absolutely. We are here at the right time. So that is kind of where we are on the markets. Let's quickly see what we've got else there. US private payrolls increased far less than expected in May. So it's good news. Increased by only 37,000 jobs last month after a downwardly revised 60,000 rise in April. So there we go. Not bad. And of course, we also saw Trump there say ADP number out. Too late. Powell must lower the rate. And of course, we know Jerome Powell really is mucking around with the interest rates against the American people, because he should have lowered them down to at least 3.5% on the federal funds rate. But he's definitely playing politics, while he's also getting out there talking about supporting Harvard and with all their Democrat-run ideologies and things like that. So politics is being played. This is the easiest lever. Besides, they can go through the courts. They can use the Federal Reserve. Those are the 2 easiest tools that the Democrats can use to try and stop the golden age of America. So that's kind of where we are at the moment. So pretty cool. And we got Good God in the house there. Keep showing up every day, legend. You're absolutely crushing it. I appreciate that, Good God. And you are as well. So big shout out to you, Good God. And let's keep going, Keep going. Every day, right through the bear market and the bull market, we just keep going, right? That's the spirit of PulseChain. That's for sure. Yeah. The king is in the house. All right, so that's kind of where we are at the moment. So the Democrats, Democrats don't care about the people of America. It's all about power, money, and control. So it's a big deal. I mean, Trump spent quite a few years trying to get all the Uni-Party members out of the Republican Party. There's still a couple left, of course, that are still in powerful positions, but it's heading in the right direction, generally speaking. So President Trump and President Xi may be holding trade talks this week as well, as they kind of stalled, with the so-called in-principle deal. So we'll see what happens in that space as well coming up. But of course, some of the bullish stuff we're expecting is maybe trade deals out of India, Japan, South Korea. These all particularly could be good. Maybe the EU. They seem to have sorted a few things out with the EU. Maybe we'll eventually get China over the line. Now, China is in a bad position, so they can only muck around for so long, because they will lose out on the trade deals. America will diversify its trade, and that's not good for China. So they really, they can play a few games, but really it's going to end up bad for them in a very short space of time. So let's see what happens there. And that phone call probably be pretty interesting if you could hear it. But that's where we are. All right, let's jump into crypto. Obviously, crypto down 3% today. 3.41 trillion is the market cap. What do we got at the moment? We got Bitcoin at the moment, $104,800. It is down 0.6% at the moment. We got Ethereum there. Is that big enough? Should we zoom in on that? I think we should zoom on that. It's a little bit. I think it's a little bit small. So if it's a little bit small for me, it's probably a little bit small for you guys. So let's bring it up. In fact, should we go full mode? Let's go full mode. I'm going to have to stop this video.
Not a mystery. It is a repeat of the day.
Bam, there I am. I'm back. All right, so hopefully it's a bit bigger. We got XRP there as well. Number 4 is at $2.20, down 2%. BNB is up 0.4% at $663, sitting at number 5. Solana number 6, $153, down 1.3%. Number 8 is Dogecoin. It is down 2.6% at 18.8 cents. Tron at number 9 is at 27 cents, up 1.5%. And Cardano at number 10, which got flipped by Tron recently, is down 2.7%. So best performer is Tron, right? Is Tron. And of course, Bitcoin there, not doing too bad. It's still holding above 100K. That's the key part, right? It has to hold above 100K this time, I think. And it's doing that at this stage, so not bad. What is the best performer over the last week? Well, pretty much, what is the best performer? Let's have a look here. Probably Ethereum, actually. Ethereum only down 1.5%. Now, the worst performer is Dogecoin, down 14% at the moment. So there we go. That is overall. Let's have a look at the top 100 performers. We've got SPX 6900 still performing pretty well, up 11.4%. Hyperliquid has moved into number 2, up 6.9%. And Kronos there, up 2.8%. Followed by Aave and Nexo. Those are the top 5 at the moment. Not a lot of gains, though, but nevertheless, they are green. Now, looking at top gainers, we've got Polymath up there 146%. OXO is up 47%, and LivePeer is up 32%. So there may be some things you want to check out, see what's going on there, if you weren't aware of them already. And then trending, we've got Natix Network, SPX 6900, and Virtual Protocol there as well. So those are some of the ones that are moving on CoinGecko, which moves us on into some of the news. We do have, let me get rid of that. We do have some positive news out of South Korea for crypto. Bad for the South Korean people, but it's good for crypto. South Korea elects crypto-friendly Lee Jae-myung as new president. During the election, Lee Jae, a host of crypto, promises to appeal to the nation's 15 million crypto investors. Obviously, South Korea is a big crypto city, crypto country, I should say. So yeah, Lee has promised to support South Korea's cryptos industry. So it's pretty cool. Now, the only bad news there around this, of course, is that they're all left-wing Marxist nut jobs. That's probably so. I feel sorry. It could usher in the absolute destruction of South Korea. But crypto will do well. Crypto will do well. So yeah, they may start to get policies of what they've put into the West. And I feel sorry for the South Korean people in that case. Anyway, we'll move on. We got Trump at the moment. We got Trump. Trump linked Truth Social Bitcoin ETF filed with the SEC. Truth Social Bitcoin ETF storms onto Wall Street as New York Stock Exchange ARCA files with the SEC, fusing Trump branding with crypto exposure in a regulated crypto investment vehicle. And of course, a Bitcoin ETF branded with Trump's Truth Social seeks SEC approval. And that was filed today. So, yeah, let's see what happens with that. I'm just trying to jump down through some of these comments here. So structurally, the trust mirrors the spot Bitcoin ETF approved by the SEC in January. So hopefully that should make it get through pretty easy. So, yeah, that is pretty much it. So that's some of the cool stuff happening, around the fact we know the Trump family, because they're not in power, right? They can do a lot of this sort of stuff, including Truth Social. But it's still, bullish for a lot of money coming into crypto. That's why I said, even now, I wouldn't be worried too much. There's a lot of investment vehicles being set up to funnel big money into crypto and Bitcoin, Ethereum, etc. So just be patient and keep accumulating at this sort of lull moment. We all know that once the bull market does start, it is brutal to the upside, and you can get caught out very easily during all the slumdog period, let's say, slumdog millionaire period. I don't know if that makes sense, but it comes into that. So that's kind of where we are there at the moment. Where else are we going? Let's see what other comments we're going at the moment. And we'll come back to that. We've got any more comments? We got Crypto. It says, love to hear your thoughts on my theory. Let me see here. We got, that's a big theory there. Have I got enough time to read that, Crypto Ethos? We're trying to do a short show today. We got no expectations, but I really hope RH does the right thing when he doubles the SAC ETH bag, gives it back to the people. 1.2 billion make a smidge of difference. The theory is RH sells ETH at the right time. Everyone sees the wallet, it's stagnant, not sure how long. Get crushed, 9% or more. Capitulate in PulseChain, thinking RH took the money and he's never going to pump it. then the market is crushed, and the last non-believer RH pumps the hell out of the PulseChain, and as many as possible flood in because it's going to be the only light in the market. He'll have the glory in the end. Yeah, that's always possible. That's one of the theories, and it's definitely that's possible. But maybe I'm just thinking maybe an asset-backed theory is much stronger and much more sustainable. So yeah, I mean that would definitely play out. Now, when you've got people in a negative environment, they do have a lot of sell pressure, like sell psychology. That would be my biggest issue with that. So yeah, it could happen, but it could be particularly short-lived depending on how that was done. But definitely it could be part of the puzzle. Could definitely be part of the puzzle there. Crypto Utah and House, their thoughts on Jake Sharp's ex post about X28. No, I haven't seen it today. I have just not had a chance, Utah. Let me know what that is. Maybe we'll have a look at it. We'll probably have a look at it in a minute, let's say. But I have not seen that. I normally do check his posts on a regular basis, but not today. Not today. All right, let's get into PulseChain. Day 754. We got Pulse at the moment. Quadruple 0331 is up 0.7%, and we've got PulseX at quadruple 0286 is at up 0.8%. So we've got a little bit of green there. It's showing up as grey, but it's a little bit of green there on PulseX. And Signum token at $1.47 is up 1%. And Hex at the moment, 6,500th of a penny is down 16%. That was the best performer yesterday. Remember, it was up like 2.8%. And EHEX is at 0.2 of a penny, pretty similar to yesterday from memory. So the combined price EHEX and PX is at just under 8600th of a penny. So still in that beautiful accumulation zone there on Hex. Yeah. Was it yesterday? It was yesterday. Worth reading for sure. Oh, okay. Well, I have not read it. Like I said, I catch up on a regular basis, but no, haven't seen that. All right, that's cool. We've been looking forward to some sort of signal from him, so that is a good thing. So we'll try and catch up on that one. All right, so that's where we are on the markets. Let's jump over to the gas prices. We've got 2.5 million bits at the moment, 3 cents for a PulseX swap. Valid is 50,579, pretty similar to what we've had recently. And the bridge there is how much? 82.2, pretty slightly down. I think that's down maybe a couple 100,000, but still in that sort of range, 92 to 97, still in that range at the bottom, but still there. DI's definitely gone down, 21.6. It's gone down a couple 100,000 there, but ETH looks pretty similar to yesterday, which had increased, and Coast has not changed 10 million on that one, and Bitcoin as well. So yeah, we're still humming there, waiting for a bit of a move on for the old PulseChain. Let's get to volumes. $9.9 million in volume. Pretty low. That's pretty low volumes. And obviously the Remember printer token is turned off almost, is it? It's almost turned off. And so, yeah, that was doing massive volumes, right? Of just cycling cash through. Yeah, that's where we are. Top token at the moment is Curve. I think the Amish kid has been out there pushing the Curve token. That's up 42% today. It's the number one on Dex Screener. We've also got Soar token, which had a seller news event yesterday from a couple of holders after the big Austrian summit, which we talked about. I still haven't caught up yet on the presentation, which I'm going to try and do later today. So yeah, we'll see. I haven't seen anything on that, which is surprising. So yeah, that is up 22% at 13.5 cents at the moment. So we'll have a quick look at that on the USDC pair. USDC pair is brand new. So let's go to the Pulse pair. So that was what we had. We had to sell the news event on that day. And then we've had a nice little rebound at the moment, currently sitting at 13.5 cents, which is not too bad, actually. Not too bad. We're looking for this. Now, obviously, it has the ramp now buy address. And let's see if that's buying. Yeah, little buys there. This is the ramp now address here, the CC96. So that's still going. Typically, it holds like 20, 30,000 in USD at any particular point in time. So that is triggering, that's ticking away there. So let's see where this heads from here. And we'll try and get some more news on the old Sunny Mill, the big corporate on PulseChain. Let's go back out of there. And we got Teddy Bear from James Maria up 14%. So back on the move there as well. In fact, let me look at the right pair here. I might go to Teddy Bear Treasury Bill. Actually, we'll go Teddy Bear Pulse as a smaller pool, but I think gives me a trend I want. And let's see where that is stacking up there. Yes, off the bottom, we were down at 8 zeros, 2,200. We're now at 7 zeros, 1,000. So pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. A nice little comeback there. Nice. All right, so that is a teddy bear or bear from James Maria. We got your mum. Don't ask your mum anything. Do you love your mum? Yeah, sure you do. Trev's in the house there. G'day, Superman and family. It's coming. It is coming, Trev. Just got to be patient, that's for sure. Blockhead says a TFC. TFC. All right. TFC. Let me see. Jump down here. We got Remember Token. I think this is the OG one. Oh, this is the new one. 23 days. This is the one. I'm sure this is the one doing all the volume. Let's quickly go into this one. Yeah, the volume has just fallen off. Wow. Yeah, so we're doing. Look at this canner. We were doing like 46 million in volume. This was cycling through 46 million. The price was coming down. Now the price has flattened out, but the volume has fallen off a cliff here. We still did decent volume yesterday, 560k, but today we're at 55. So I'm not sure how far through. We just started the day, maybe we had, but the price is starting to rise back up there. So there might be a little bit of opportunity in the old Remember Token on the bounce back. So food for thought there. Food for thought. We got TFC. So there we are, Blockhead. I caught up to you now. TFC there is the Fitzgerald. Was it Fitzgerald comparison? Is it? Oh, company. Fitzgerald company. That's a pretty interesting looking chart. So had a nice little rally. Went up to 8/10 of a penny, came down to 46/100th of a penny, now back at 73/100th of a penny. So that's doing pretty well on that. Has it got any tokenomics breakdown there? Nope. But you can check that out. So it looks kind of healthy, doesn't it? Relatively speaking, I'm 7,400 versus 196 liquidity, 7.3 million market. It doesn't look too bad. I wonder if it's got a decent community. Definitely worth checking out. Let's jump back out of there. So we got Love.io. Now we had Anders from Love.io come in and do a live stream about a week or two ago. So you can check that out as well. And we're waiting. They're waiting kind of for the market to turn, and then they're going to go, I think, all full guns with their app launch and whatever else they've got in terms of platform extension. But they've got their Luffy.com site up at the moment, and that is up 5% at the moment. So we'll keep a lookout for Love. A fairly big community too. We'll keep a lookout for that. Now, we talked about Remember Token. We also got another one from OG Web Chef. Missor is up 5%. Then we've got UFO coming. Now, did you guys see on the channel? Did you guys see what's on the live show coming up? Yes, it's coming up for Friday US time. So I think it'll be Friday, Friday 8 p.m. Eastern, something like that. We're going to have the Prairie Banana from the PGC. So he's going to be dropping down tons of alpha in that show for the PGC UFO. So don't want to miss that. That's going to be on this show. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. So another big team coming on. And as you guys know, PGC really is probably going to be one of the blue chips on PulseChain as it has been so far. So really looking forward to where that will be heading. So we're going to have, Prairie Banana on the house. So check that out. You'll see it on the live show schedule here on the Crypto Night Show and on Superman Crypto and on PulseChain X. And, of course, it'll be live streaming on X as well. So we've got Phoenix there at the moment, is up 2.9%. Sparta has been up 2.8% from Wendy's for Tendies. Mafia game from Jacob, the world's best peer-to-peer developer, is up 2.6%. We've got Mooney Mona Lisa there as well. This was going to be competing against, I guess, the James and Maria kind of ecosystem, up 2.5% there. And then we've got the OG Remember Token, which is in red. You've got to remember the colors, but you can look at the time age. That gives you a clue. That is up 2.3% at the moment. Sparta is, so what else? We got Dominance there from OG Web Chef as well. So we've got a few OG Web Chefs in the house today. Remember, and what do we say? Missor, and now we've got Dominance sitting at number 24, up 2%. PDC the Grey is on the move, 1.9%, along with UFO up there as well. We've got PMX 500 up 2%. What else we got going here? Top Hat from Crypto Coffee is up 1.6%. Big shout out to Crypto Coffee out there, doing a great job with that. And they've got a partnership with Crypto Paradise, who's going to be at the X Space along with Emmett Farm, right? Along with Emmett Farm. So pretty exciting there. Then we've got X Game coming up. Now, this is going to be the one that's going to catch people off guard, right? Because Solid X, they're going to get the casino alliances, fingers crossed on that. And then, of course, X Game will go live. And, of course, then Solid X will get some revenue to burn the revenue off. This could be the first viral game on PulseChain. We'll see. It's going to be interesting. but they're going to have potentially a decent budget for marketing, which will be the first time, as far as I know, we'll have a decent budget for marketing this project on PulseChain. So X Game could be off to the moon, yeah, boy. Now we've got running their only dedicated community, X Game portal, we call it. And I think the link's in the video description, so you can join up to that today and get all the latest news in there. We've got some AIs in there as well. AI robots taking over the world. So yeah, so pretty crazy. We got what else there? We got DAI pump tires is at 1.5%. So we got the fork DAI, which is where Somi supports and everyone else from PDAI Maker Theory. We got the pump tires DAI, and we got good DAI out there from Maddie Allen. And so that's going to be about three DAIs. We got gas as well from OG WebChef, another printer token at 1.5%. Pulse Puppy as well. We're leading into this. Cumamon as well is up 1.2%. We've got a little bit of gainers, so not a lot of. We're our double-digit gains every day, right? That's what everyone's after. That's the bull run stuff. That is coming ahead. That is coming up. That's in the future. At the moment, we've still got these little mini baby ones in our top 50. We got Die Hard there earning PDAI. We got the Trump token meme coin. Pump tires Trump token there up 1% as well. We got 9mm from the second biggest DEX volume moving up there as well. Then Solid X, of course, this is the one you want. If you want X Game when it launches, this could happen any moment in the next few weeks. Honestly, this one here, it could be running away. Let's see what happens there. But yeah, $9.83 at the moment. Just broke that $10 mark from yesterday. So yep, there we go. MoomX is there. Secret Conspiracy. They've got a lot of Richard Hart tokens in the mix, and that leads off pretty much our top 50. And that's pretty much everything green at the moment. Surf token green. There's a big airdrop there from Emmett Farm, so you want to check that out with Kairos. He's got that out. Just announced that earlier today. Cumamon, slightly green as well. Time dividend just up slightly, but everything else below the top 60 is slightly down today, and many popular coins there that you can see. So that's pretty much it on the mark today. Let's see. Let's go find this Jake Sharp. This Jake Sharp post on X28, was it? That was 8 hours ago. I'm going to find it here. Let's see here. Is this the one here? Maybe it's this one. Let me just double check. Let's see here to CCC. I think it might be this one here. Was it? Let's just say it's not a token. It's what is it? What's your building, boss? I guess it's supposed to be boss. Let's just say it's not a token. It'll use and burn X28 in the background, OmniChain. You'll be able to build businesses around it. It's a big build, not easy. Once I'm close to the finish line, I'll get more out loud. Oh, that's pretty exciting. All right, so cool. That's definitely worthy of posting, so we'll post that out. That is kind of cool. All right, that was it. That was it, Crypto Utah. Yeah, that's pretty exciting. What are the theories there, Crypto Utah? Let us know. What else do we got? Craig Pittenhouse there. Morning all. Good to see you, Craig. We got Sun God Ray in the house. I bet the dollar goes by August 2026. This should not scare you at all, mind you. Sun God. What else did Trevor says? Love PTC and UFO and looking forward to seeing the show. Yeah, that'll be really, really fun. So that's coming up as well. So we'll definitely be checking that out on the show. If you check the live schedule, you'll see that the interview that's coming up on Friday. It'll be Saturday for me, but it's Friday for you up in the United States there. Blair in the house there. Hi all, good to see you, Blair. Sun God says, sounds like you must be very good at you know them all, says Sun God there. I appreciate that, Sun God. Thank you very much. All right, so that is the play on that one. And yeah, let's see. Let's go quickly see if Richard Hart's been putting anything out, because obviously Richard Hart has been on the video here, but I did want to talk quickly about the title of the video. So we will do that. Richard Hart there posting out stuff today. Yeah, I love the fact he's being so regular with posts. It's really, really bullish, isn't it? Just looking out through some of those. Day 3. He benched 175 times 7. Deadlift 230 times 11. That's pretty good. 4 same day as day 3. It was hard to hold the bar towards. So he's obviously doing some fitness stuff there. I guess that's in pounds. Would that be in pounds? I guess it would be in pounds. So Richard Hart's doing some workouts. He's got some more stuff on workouts there as well. There we go. Not bad. I'll give some likes to that. I didn't actually see that actually yesterday. Maybe I saw it, but I didn't actually fixate on it. Amazon, what's this? 1st of June. Amazon went from $113 to $6. Then it went up and never looked back. PulseChain is better than Bitcoin. More features and more opportunity, better security, lower fees, higher throughput. PulseX is better than Uni with real buy and burn. Hex is amazing too. 5 years of flawless operation. What we have now is far better than it needs to be. And the only thing missing is for people to know about it. If you've been in Bitcoin, Ethereum, or lots of cryptocurrencies long enough, you've seen similar price moves and still gone on to see new all-time prices. Change the world with computer science, breakthrough level technology. Takes a while. Hang in there. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. So it's pretty cool too. I might post that out too. That is not bad. So I don't know why Jeff's numbers don't match the chart, but there's the chart. There we go. All right, so that was from Richard. Not bad, not bad. All right, so that's some pretty cool inspirations. And that brings us into the title video, really. Let's see where we are on the time frame. You've got another 8 minutes because you guys know we've got an X space in 30 minutes. So we're doing a few little things before that. Sun Guy says, I just hold PHEX, man. That's smart move. Very smart move there. And we talked about that yesterday. A couple of people put their ideas of what you would do if you had someone new coming to PulseChain, and let's say they were new and they had $1,000. How would you allocate it? And we had at least 3 good allocations there. One, of course, was the Richard Hart stuff, right? PulseX, Incentive, and Hex. So it was one of them, and added in PDGC into that too, which we're going to be interviewing Crypto Peri Banana on Friday, Saturday my time. And yeah, so it's going to be pretty cool. What else? Some guy says pump mode, RH workouts beginning. Maybe it's a bullish sign. That's a very good observation. Bullish sign there. It definitely could lead on to that, so it's pretty exciting. The other thing, of course, is what I was going to say. Yeah, I want to talk about the title of the video, which is Richard Hart, of course. So we've got PulseChain, Richard Hart, the bull run, and the golden age of America, right? So obviously PulseChain is, we've got a lot of developers building a lot of cool stuff, so it's cool. We've got more good stuff coming. Hopefully we'll get Tetra and Signum over the line very soon. We've recently had some good block explorers with Midgard, with Lightbeam. That's been pretty good. We've got a lot of DeFi coming down the line. We've got Better Bank for PDI. A modified Aave fork. We've got lots of cool stuff coming. We got Mafia game that's rolling out slowly. We got the on-chain bet coming. We got X game bets. We got 2 big decentralized casinos coming. Potentially viral. Multi-chain and viral. And a lot of the funds will be coming back over to PulseChain. So it's all bullish from there. We've had all these on-ramps recently. Ramp now. Banks have started. They'll be back. Banks will be back probably, hopefully, in the next week or 2. So we're going to have all these on-ramps coming. We've got a 3rd on-ramp coming and a 4th on-ramp coming from the Sunny Minimal team. We've got Sun Minimal team. Hopefully we'll get more news on that very shortly. And that's going to be bullish for bringing in tons of capital to PulseChain, which it's doing. So we've got a whole lot of new capital coming. It's very exciting. And then, so that is, we've got many other projects coming to PulseChain. So that's going to be exciting. And there, Richard Hart. Richard Hart is back. He's posting regularly. Lots of cool stuff around PulseChain, talking about projects and potential forks and new products coming to PulseChain, showing some real leadership there. Obviously pumping out, as Sun God says, pumping out might be a very, very bullish thing there. He's obviously talked about, God mode candles any particular time, which is pretty exciting.
You could get a God candle at any moment. You could get a giant green candle at any moment, because it's easier to get them, because it takes less economic energy, because there's less of it for sale.
So we got that. We got that in the mix as well. So, cool stuff happening across the board there. And we had that one video from Richard, and we may see more stuff from him coming up as well. What's the other thing? We've obviously getting into the bull run. We've had, the big video there from Raoul Paul talking about the timing of the bull market, which we really are at the moment. We've got so many good things happening in space there. Bitcoin over $100,000. Ethereum filing, pushing itself back up as well. We do see, money being flipped from institutions from Bitcoin into Ethereum slowly. and the upgrades to Ethereum were pretty bullish as well, moving to 2000 and was it 2048? Was it ETH? And so yeah, pretty exciting things happening in that space. We see sovereign states moving into the golden age of America. Obviously, Trump moved in with the Bitcoin strategic reserve and the altcoin stockpile. That's been hugely popular. And of course, that's going to have potentially more money coming through it, either through a budget neutral approach or alternative means. So that could be pretty exciting. And then we've obviously seen all the US states race to get their bills through, basically, so they can invest crypto potentially at around the current prices, maybe in the ballpark of buying 200,000 Bitcoin potentially. So it's pretty exciting where that's heading. And then, of course, we see all the institutions, slowly changing their risk policies, so moving through getting in their positions into crypto as well. Binance recently announced a couple hundred, basically corporate institutions are already taking positions in crypto, and that's just the beginning. This is the beginning. So we've got a lot of cool things happening there in the corporate institutional space, and that's just the beginning. Honestly, there's so many that will just take time to progress, but man, it's going to be fast, I think. So yeah, and then we got sovereign states, right? So we just talked about earlier, the South Korea, new president. Despite the fact they've got crazy left-wing, policies, they're pro-crypto. So that's going to be bullish from the crypto side of things. So this is just an example, one after another, of what we're seeing happening there. We see that the Russia central banks now talked about accepting foreign stablecoins as crypto stablecoins as making that legal. So it's just, we're getting lots of love all across the board. The worst place that we find that we get resistance is just in some of the European globalist powers, right? We're talking about the France and the Germanys of the world. But I think overall we're getting some pretty good support there for crypto. So the golden age of America is also playing out. I said it earlier, Trump within 4 months got over $14 trillion. Just incredible numbers. Over 5 trillion alone in the Middle East campaign that he did. And that was like amazing. It was like amazing. It was welcomed like a king. And so really bullish things where we're heading for here with the golden age of America. All that stuff's going to be building big places where obviously we got $1 trillion+ going into AI, and maybe probably even closer to 2 trillion when you take all the players. And Starship is one of those examples. And it's $500 billion. It's all being built now. It's they're building the buildings, and it's all there. You can go see it all, and that's huge, right? So the AI age is a race. It's the biggest race at the moment for probably the next 10-15 years, is getting that AI superiority. And then, of course, you've got to have some good ethics around AI as well, right? Because if they program them wrong, the AI can do some bad things, which is like apparently blackmail developers and copy itself over to another computer to avoid being deleted. All sorts of crazy stuff. So you do have to be careful how you design these things. So yeah. Sun God says I could. I got a phone call here just a moment. All right, just had to let the phone call run through. That was weird. I don't normally have a phone call come through, but yeah, that's kind of where we are with the golden age of America. So we've got all this development being made at the moment. So all this really cool things happening in the US. Lots of the big tax bill going through, and all these trade deals potentially coming out in the weeks ahead of us before the 4th of July. That's the deadline, and then we could get a massive golden age of America. Right? Could be pretty exciting. Yeah. I could make a giant green god candle any moment. Hint. That's true. We got, especially with what the OA did recently with all the staking. That's true as well. Yeah, we had all that staking happen. We also had a large holder of Hex. Was it over the last 24 hours? Staked 120 million Hex in a staking ladder. So it was pretty positive too. If you got the crypto you talked about weeks ago, something about with a flower. Are you talking about Soil Sun Mini Meal? Is that the one you're thinking about, Gift Life? Let me know. Anyone remember? Superman knows every crypto under the sun. He must be a full-time crypto trader for years and years. I consider myself more an investor than a trader. I used to trade, that's for sure. But we got Brian in house there. So, folks, good to see you, Brian. Hey, look, we're up to 45 minutes on the hour. I am going to finish early today because we've got our first X Spaces coming up, as you guys know. So let's go to that. And don't forget, you guys can all turn up now and go to that. So that is going to be on in only just less than half an hour away. So we look forward to seeing you there. That is the play. And we've got the X Space there as well. So I'm going to post that link in the chat there. See you guys all there. Within the next half an hour, we're going to have 5 awesome teams there. So you can check that out. Brian's only just got here, by the way. So join that up, and that is the link right there. Bam, bam, bam. See, even says start now. Look at that, start now. I see it's got that in the house there. We'll start probably a little bit earlier, just to get things set up. But that is the play. All right, so that is coming up. We're gonna have Crypto Paradise. We're gonna have Nakamoto, Heartwood Dog, Mitchie, and Nuke the Supply. Those are the 5 teams going to be there. So I think we're going to start off with Nuke the Supply to kick it off. So yeah, look forward to seeing you all there. Hope you guys enjoyed the quick show today, and I'll see you in X Spaces, the first Crypto Night show X Space. Pretty exciting. Let's have a good time there, and you're going to meet the rising DeFi stars on PulseChain. And then in 2 weeks' time, we're going to have our second one, and so on, right through the bull market. It's going to be a great place to be. All right, take care, everybody. I hope you guys enjoy the show, and let's leave the show off with a bit of a fun exit here. All right, take care, everybody. Peace out, and bye for now.